Warning! The following video may contain spoilers for some of your favourite shows. Just remember that before you continue. Stevie, out. South Park Season 20, Episode 9. Not funny. If you want to see more South Park videos, Dragon Ball Super, and upcoming Doctor Who and the like, click subscribe now. Like my scratching, funky. This episode starts at the police HQ with the cops try to calm people down over the whole troll trace thing. They urge people to trust in human nature, which went down like a lead balloon. Everyone in the world knows that very soon everything they have looked at will be online and people like Maggie exist. These may be the darkest of internet times. Martha is on a rampage with absolute anger being thrown at Kyle and Ike as she thinks they are skank hunt. Gerald calls Ike but ends up being moaned at by Kyle, who takes over the call. Gerald tells him to stop being a bitch because it's all just a big joke and it's all funny, but more important than that, they need to stop the Danes. But they are busted by Kyle's mom, who is a total bitch, just as the song says. At Troll Trace, Gerald is still trying to get out of whatever trouble they are in, but Troll Trace then turn real mean, pull guns on them and force them to strip. They then lead them into a room where they're locked into chairs. Gerald is absolutely bricking it. Whilst back at South Park, Kyle and Nick are on the rampage to get people to stand up against Denmark. They come to the realisation that they all need to call the president for help, but there's only one man that can get through the president. That man being Mr. Freaking Slave. So Mr. Freaking Slave is in his house. Oh yeah. Garrison gets himself bitched into bomb. Like literally, Mr. Slave just bitches him into bombing at Denmark. He just keeps calling him a pussy and a whole lot of other stuff I'm not going to say in the podcast. But this ends up to Garrison telling the army that they're going to blow the fuck out of Denmark. That's happening. And it's just after this point that Kyle and Ike realise that their dad does not just want Denmark blown up, but he is in Denmark. They are all like, holy balls. They're in panic mode. They now need to try and stop Denmark being blown up, even though they're total grounded because their mom thinks they are skank hunt. In Denmark, Gerald's crying gets him taken aside to see Mr. Bedrager. Gerald tries to justify his actions and just by calling himself a satirist, and it's all bullshit as we all know it. It's just all crap. He tries to say it's a joke and all sorts of stuff, and but Bedrager just knows this. Bedrager asks him, "Do you think my plan is to kill you?" Dun dun dun. They cut back to America, where Kyle is trying to stop Garrison bombing Denmark, but nothing is working until Kyle starts absolutely bitching him out over the phone. Absolute abuse, just exactly the same as what Mr. Slave done. He just bitches him out over the phone, tells him he proves a man, and that's it. He's like, "Nah, it's hot. Oh, it's off. I'm the president. It's off." And he calls it off. Fun fact here, Leonard Bedrager is drinking what seems to be the best of white wines called Skarsgård. Hardy confirmed. Delete. But back to the story. Not much this week happens with Cartman and Heidi and all that sort of stuff. SpaceX are at breaking point with people wanting to go to Mars. Heidi is trying to crack this problem, but Elon doesn't think she is really going anywhere. Cartman is total suspicious of Butters. He thinks he's going to steal Heidi from him, only to find the truth. Butters does not want to steal Heidi away from him. Butters does not want him to feel good about girls. He wants to show Cartman the truth about girls. Butters goes on to tell him that the girls have a plan to turn men into beings that will be alive only to be milked for their semen, and the truth is Heidi has duped him into thinking she is smart and funny to fulfill this plan, and their best chance is to take all the boys, go to Mars and start again. Butters seems to have got to Cartman, as while Heidi figures out the SpaceX issues, Cartman is having an existential breakdown because she just ceases to be funny and all sorts of stuff, and Cartman's just like, "What's happening here?" Back at Troll Trace HQ, now here we go, spoiler warning, like really this is a real fucking spoiler warning. It turns out Bedrager is not from Denmark, and he is in fact the world's biggest ever troll. He is the broest of bros, the broest of shit in the history of broness. Everyone on the planet has been trolled by Bedrager. No one knows who he actually is because he's managed to do this all totally anonymously. All we know is that he's an American and he's the broest bro of all time. This leads to all the Troll Trace HQ staff being led into a room and locked into it. The window opens and they see all the guys all chained there to the seats, and it just looks like something horrific is going to happen until the projectors click up. You're all fucking rickrolled. Everyone's rickrolled. And it's like, what the freaking hell's going on? But as if that was enough to leave the episode on, so it closes out with Ike going up to his mother in his bed, and he just goes, "Mom," and she's like, "Yes," and he's like, "Suck my balls, you fat bitch," and he runs away. And she's like, what? And she goes freaking mental, and she chases him down the stairs, and she sees Kyle standing there, and she's like, where'd he go? And Kyle just says he went to the pantry. She runs into the pantry. Ike, come here. Kyle locks the door. Turns out Ike and Kyle working together. They need to lock her up. They say, look, Mum, this is for the sake of the family. We need the computer. And that is where the episode ends. This week's episode was awesome. It sets up for an amazing finale next week. Next week, of course, is the last episode of the season, so it should be amazing. This one was amazing. It was great. I say it every week. What can I say? I'm a total idiot for South Park. Watch the episode if you want to know what happened. I say watch it. Suggest watch it. 100% watch. And click subscribe. Subscribe. I can't say that loads of times. Subscribe. Sub for more videos. I'm not doing a Total Divas one this week because I got an exam and all that sort of student-y stuff. I'll be back with a Dragon Ball Super video on Sunday. Majin Stevie out.